Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday. All right. So today we're going to have a chat with a couple of cool guys and lady. All right. So Chloe will be joining us later, and of course Lloyd as well. All right. So to kickstart the session, I'm just going to go a little bit about fundamentals. So this is Alexis here. Hi, and I'll be covering a little bit about fundamentals today. And we usually start off the session with a little bit of fundamentals, and then we'll do a little bit of Chloe, which is trading the trends, and then Lloyd will come in, and we are featuring his currency strength session today as well. All right, so let's without further ado, okay, I'm just going to kickstart off, and actually, if I'm not wrong, Julian is here. So hey, Julian. Okay, so Julian has nicely agreed to kickstart our session. Thanks, Julian.
Lexi, hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm going to butt in if I may.
Yes, please.
I've just, look, guys, for those of you who have been, who are part of the team, then we've just had a super session with Ainslie Club on the Trader Cafe. We've just been rapping about the markets and about what's going on at the moment, and how we try and, in broad terms, just try and think about trading that right now. And so for those of you that didn't manage to catch it, please get the recording. I think it was awesome. She's an amazing trader. What a great opportunity to pick to allow me to pick her brains for like 45 minutes, just talking about what's going on. Hey, look, one key message came out. I think I just want to try and maybe share the screen with you just for a couple of minutes, right? Let's just do a quick roundup of what's going on. So what we talked about, right, was what do you do when it's really difficult to trade something like oil? Okay, so when you look at the oil market, I'm just going to pull the oil market up here, and oh my God, what a crazy market it's been for the last few days, right? For those of you that don't see the scale on the right-hand side, this red bar was from 127 down to 104. That is absolutely insane. That is a $23 move. Or does it move $23 in a year, let alone in a day? So what I've normally do in these situations, I say, well, I tell you what we'll do, right? We'll go and we'll trade it on a different time frame, because if we can't manage our risk on a daily chart, we'll maybe try and move down to a 4-hourly chart. Have I got visibility there? And when I look at this and I'm seeing, okay, maybe there's some ways that I can maybe see to be able to trade oil on a 4-hourly chart. Look, there's a bit of a trend in here, and then bang, oh my God. This bang, oh my God, that 4-hourly period there went from 119 down to 104. That's insane. $14 in an hour, oh my God, in 4 hours. That is just unbelievable, right? This is one of the challenges you had. So then I went, okay, that still doesn't work for my own personal risk parameters. Can I go to an hourly chart? When you look at an hourly chart, you're still seeing incredible and insane volatility. Yes, there are some trends that maybe you can look at, but managing risk is incredibly hard, especially if you're trying to get any kind of sleep at all during this time, right? So I said, okay, I'm going to remember the time when I traded back in 08, and I used to trade currencies on 15-minute bar charts, right? Now, maybe I can make some sense out of a 15-minute bar chart. And then I looked at this and I went, oh my God. So for me, oil is getting close to being untradeable here. Now, what does that mean? It means that I can't manage my risk on anything shorter than or longer than a 15-minute chart, which is absolutely insane, right? So if you want to spend all day in front of the chart, maybe you can see some stuff out there. But how about we think about this a different way? We go, this is simply too hard. When I look at this, let's go back out to the daily. Okay, this is simply too hard because we're looking at crazy, crazy, crazy volatility. So what do we then say? Okay, well, if I'm looking at crazy volatility, yeah, there was an uptrend for quite some period of time before things went a bit nuts, and that's a great trading opportunity for us. But right now, recently, it's gone a bit nuts. So where do I go? Here's where you go, folks. Let's look at this. Okay. Okay, now so there might be people on this show who's going to talk about this today, right? But this to me is everything. Here is a market that benefits from the move in all of these resource-based commodities. That's the country of Australia. On the other side, you've got the country of Europe, who right now are the epicenter of some of the problems. They've got the vulnerability on the energy side. They've got the lack of confidence on the political side. They have a central banker who clearly is actually not doing much at all, I think, quite frankly. And looking at the financial sector within Europe, she's clearly not done anything recently to help that particular part of the economy. So confidence-wise, you've got to have a really low confidence of the euro. You've got to have a really high confidence of the Aussie. This is a trend we can trade. This is a daily chart. This is what you should be looking at. So my message today, and I won't take any more of your time, is when you're doing your Sunday night scans, guys, go and look for the markets where you can swipe left or swipe right. Okay, get rid of the ones you don't want and keep the 2 or 3 that you absolutely do, where there's a match. Okay, because you match your systems and your trading methodologies with the underlying trends that are in place, and that way you're going to be successful. Don't try and fight it. Normally, you would say in this situation, if gold's at 2,000, right, and has added 200 points, if oil's at 110, 115, who knows, every 5 minutes it changes, right, but it's not 60 bucks, where would you expect the Canadian dollar to be? The answer traditionally for the commodity dollar currencies, especially the Canadian dollar, would be, oh my God, it's got to be miles higher, right? Dollar CAD will be through the floor. Well, is it? Let's go and look at the dollar CAD. And is this the most boring chart that you can possibly find out there at the moment? I'm sure there's some waves in there that you can trade. I'm sure there's something that some people can pick out of that, but I can't see a thing. Why can't I see a thing? Because nobody is focusing on this. In 6 months' time, when they see the balance of trade of Canada completely reverse, and they go, oh my God, that's amazing. And they'll start to think about the Canadian dollar differently. Right now, nobody cares, because all eyes are focused on Europe. So that's what you've got to do. You've got to focus your energies on those markets that are moving and not rely on the ones that normally would respond given normal economic circumstances. Don't trade non-farm payrolls. Nobody cares right now. Don't trade inflation. Nobody cares even about inflation. Everybody right now is caring about what is going on to some poor folks on the Eastern and Central European side. Okay, and what the European politicians as a collective are doing about that. That's where the action is. Trade those currencies, and that's when you're going to make money. That's it for me, Lexi.
Awesome stuff as usual, Julian. And on the light of that, I'm just